Hi, everybody. Live with Next Innovations. Um, Back here in the infusion room. We'll give people a few minutes to get on. It's always fun to show you new things. Um, while we got a few people going on, I'll switch the camera around and show you what we have printing. And hopefully Corey's checking to make sure I got sound. All right, so here's some stuff that we're printing right now, just some wind spinners. Muto is the brand of dye sublimation printers that we use. That's a 44 inch. Then we have a larger Muto printer. Nothing running on that one right now, but as you can see, lots of larger prints there. So yeah, we're gonna press something. Hey, Vicky. Maybe we'll show a quick couple things. We have a new 36-inch spinner that we're doing more and more of. So if you need anything oversized, let us know. Vicky, if you could show us just on the paint how you check paint on like one of these, just so you. So it's a quality control standard that we use.
It's at a 5.8.
And how many mils of paint do we normally?
We want it to be 3 and above.
3 and above. So
anything above 3 is good.
We got plenty of paint in that one spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Plenty in that one.
So that's something that we just as a standard, just to kind of see. That's how we know that we're putting on enough paint. Unlike a lot of things, we actually are making and painting these parts right here. So just like you've maybe watched me on the cottage blanks, basically the paper goes down first, and then the part goes in the middle. If it's a two-sided part, we have registration marks. So that's how we know how to fold things, so that they line up. We have some new things that I want to get your feedback on. So the next step is we cover this with craft paper. We have a larger Geonite press. And so basically this is a shuttle table. Unfortunately, right now we're a little bit slower than we'd like. So normally when this activates, we would then be loading this other table. And this side here is identical. That's a pneumatic press. And so basically that just goes off from time, temperature, and pressure. So that is cooking. So the ink turns to a gas, and I'll show you a little bit about that, how that works once we pull that off. So we'll just look at the other ones. Couple things I want to show you while we're waiting on that. Here's some new parts that Vicky pressed earlier. And the lighting in here isn't the greatest, but kind of an age-old argument at Next Innovations when we design and come up with new parts is it a clear base or a white base? You know, the cottage blank crowd, they say white is bright, which there's no question that to me, I always say it's a different customer. So the grind kind of gives it some reflectivity and refraction of the light. And then the white, you know, is more like an image or a photograph. So just post in the comments, curious on this specific design of this Tiger Muskie, which one you like better, the white or the clear. A lot of our products and stuff that you've seen for years. We're definitely known for grind, where we hand grind like the flags. We bend out, have relief cuts, but a lot of our top sellers are on a clear versus a white. Janine May, thank you. Yeah, clear is kind of our namesake, but that's something definitely. If you look at our blanks, I mean, it's about 50-50 now. What we have is grind versus clear. Where you can actually see the grind pattern and the translucence of the metal. Like this is very, very vibrant. I'll just hang that up so you can see it. But definitely, and you get that kind of splash of color and refraction. So this is another new product. One thing I wanted to mention for people that are always following us and reorders and things like that, we do have a brand new catalog out, if I can find mine. And hopefully Corey can post a link. So we have been sending out email blasts, but if you haven't seen our latest catalog, it is in digital format. If you want us to mail you one, please just send an email to sales, and we can, with your address, and we can send you a real catalog. But that's the cover of the 2023 catalog. And then if you haven't checked out our blanks, and for those of you that have pre-designed or name dropping or different images, we can also custom put your images on the products. So if you haven't looked at the blank catalog, definitely check it out. One thing I wanted to point out, thank you, Corey, for posting that, is on the back of the catalog, shipping and incentives and stuff. It's, as a manufacturer, we definitely want to keep our prices as affordable as possible, but it always, becomes a challenge because we have, in order to stay in business, we have to be profitable. So we do have some incentives on there. Right now, you're going to receive free shipping on orders over 3,000 if they're shipped in the same month. Corey, the other thing maybe is if you can post the link to Fair. Fair always offers incentives. So if you are a wholesale customer, definitely check out Fair. They got a show coming up next week. The 23rd, I think, is when it starts. You can see the press is dropping down. That's pneumatic pressure. Basically, that kind of rolls over this table. Magic carpet. And remember, this is almost 400 degrees. So a lot of times, a lot of you hear me talking about hooks. So back here in production, we're using hooks. First thing you want to do is get the parts off the paper, and then we hook it with hooks, and we kind of daisy chain them together. Vicky's got really good skin as far as temperature wise. She's used to doing this. How long have you been here? 14 years, I think, coming up.
Yep.
So we hang them on these cooling racks. But yeah, like I said, it's about 400 degrees. These are some brand new cardinals. Couldn't think of what the birds were called. So we got some new cardinal images. And then we have some blanks that you might recognize that we're also throwing some new images on. And you want to get your feedback. What? What is that? So definitely let us know what you think. So we took the Screaming Eagle shape. Took the Screaming Eagle shape, and also we have a dove. I think it's really cool. So curious what you guys think. And this one is not a dove. We did a realistic eagle. So definitely always look on our website. You'll see lots of new images and stuff. Catalog is basically always outdated. The best thing to do is just to go to our website. If you do not have a wholesale account, go create one. Here, for example, on some parts we do a two-tone. So I think I got that up front, the two-tone dove. The eagle is two-tone, and so we hand grind the wings, and so the eagle in the middle is white. He's got a white head because the base is white. Thank you, Corey, for posting that on Fair. And then this dove, this time we actually painted the whole thing white. Otherwise, we can't print white, so the wings look silver. So yeah, if you get a chance, post in here what you like. If you do like the dove, personally, I think it's pretty cool, and then the eagles. But it's one way that we kind of try to keep things affordable is to offer more blanks. I'm gonna catch Vicky. She's doing some Sasquatches. Sasquatches have been doing very well. If you've, we have, I think, 15 different designs on Sasquatches. A lot, yeah. They all have different names. So again, on a two-sided part, we just lay the part in the middle. Vicky's got lots of parts to keep track of. And then our most popular product really is our 10-inch wind spinner. For us, what we do is we have certain items that we do a lot of, but otherwise, from an inventory standpoint, we actually press the product when we have the order. So it's a way for us to basically cut down on the amount of inventory we have instead of having 70 different wind spinners that are all pre-pressed. We press them when the orders come in. Cuts down on costs, and hopefully we pass those savings on to you. Haven't seen any comments. Janine, Nancy, any feedback on the dove? We have already had some orders on the realistic eagle, so that's kind of cool. And then we have these in 3 sizes. So the smaller 24-inch, 36-inch, and then the biggest one in back, I think, is just a smidgen under 48 inches. And most of our other parts are one-sided, so we basically are just putting the print down and then the part on top of it. And then we do have brackets that we fold down, make sure the brackets are bent. Cover back up with craft paper. We kind of are fairly frugal when it comes to paper and stuff, so we try to reuse the craft paper. So there's that pneumatic press, kind of going back around and up. And then it starts its countdown, so it's all kind of automatic. Another thing I want to show you is we love doing larger things. So for example, here's the 36-inch wind spinner outside the door. Hopefully I don't lose you because want to make sure with internet I got good connection. Here's some larger 8-foot Sasquatches. So those are just painted black. We have them black, silver, which they'll just rust, or grind or no grind. So we have some options for 8-foot. The challenge with those is really shipping. So it's kind of a pickup only type thing. But there's some 8-foot Sasquatches. Taking a look at just our blank inventory. So the reason we have a pretty fast turnaround time on products is that we have piles of pre-painted blanks on the shelf. And even here you can see, we have kind of a 50-50 blend of white versus grind. There's some 36-inch rounds, but that's why we can turn orders really quickly, is that we have pre-painted parts on the shelf that are pre-cut, pre-ground, pre-painted. Definitely, to Janine's point earlier, it really depends on the product. So you can see we got probably, just at a glance, right, well, depends on what shelf I'm looking at. It's probably 50-50 on what's grind versus clear. But lots and lots of different blanks. Here's some garden stakes, some flags Vicki pressed earlier. Here's one of our most popular sellers. Hi, Katie. One of our most popular sellers is the Eagle, Patriotic Eagle, kind of that vintage look, but you can see the grind pattern, how that refracts off the light. That's really what people like. Thank you, Janine. Well, I figured there's always going to be somebody. The realistic head should be narrower. Well, thank you for your feedback. The ultimate judge is how they sell. Every year we go through, coming up with new products. So if you guys ever have things or suggestions, but the challenge I don't disagree on the narrowness of the head, but we're trying to use one blank. And then I don't know if Katie, any feedback on this is the Tiger Muskie on clear, Tiger Muskie on white. Got some new cardinal designs. If you haven't downloaded our catalog, please do that. I'll probably wait until Vicki pulls that next press off. Vicki, are these dry, the brackets?
Yes.
Can you maybe hold one of these up or just flip them up? This is upside down, I suppose.
Yep.
So here's our HD curved parts. We actually press the product and then bend the corners, so it gives it that realistic look. That one is really cool. It's psychedelic looking in the middle. It's funny on the camera versus realistically. The camera almost even looks more vibrant. But it's a curved piece. They're curved in the middle. The brackets kind of hold it in, so then it keeps that curve when it's on the wall. So as you can see, Vicki wears lots of hats. Now she's got to run back over here, and we'll do this one more time on the press. Something kind of fun to see. Yes, Katie, we do have a walleye. We have a jumping walleye that we've had for years. best way to check out all the products is go right to our website, nextinnovations.net or Metal Art Maker. And maybe Corey could even post the walleye link in there. I think on the cottage blanks side of things, people will say, oh, every once in a while they'll have issues with sticking. Sometimes that has to do with humidity. Another thing it has to do with is pressure. The other thing is you want to make sure that you're getting off. You can tell if you get some off the paper as quickly as possible. And so here's one other thing I want to talk about is just how we can tell if we do a good job. One is Vicky does a good job of checking the paint. The other thing is making sure that the dye sublimation process worked the way it's supposed to. So if you look at where the part wasn't, there's still ink. So basically all of the ink or majority of the ink should come off and go into the part. The Mustang running horse is a 24 inch. So we have two sizes of the horses. We have a 24 inch and a, what's the other one? 12 inch? Roughly a 12 inch. But yeah, it's amazing how vibrant it is. We have two different types of brackets. One is where the bracket is actually cut as a part of the part and it bends down, and the other one is a tab that's bent over, kind of holds it off the wall. And then we have like the Sasquatches, we actually have screw holes. So screw holes are cheaper, but then they don't always look as good when it's holding it off the wall. But I think, yeah, 15 different ones that we have on the Sasquatches, which is really cool. Actually, more than that when you start talking garden stakes and ornaments. So that's a really cool piece. I think this one's new too, isn't it?
That one's a new one.
Yeah, new loon. Butterfly we had in there last year, but the loon is new. Fire department's been there a while. There's a favorite of mine, the wolf one. But yeah, definitely. I'm really excited about the dove, I guess, just to see what kind of feedback we get. The muskie is something that we'll be putting up hopefully in the next week or so. That's kind of all I had planned for today. If you guys have any other questions, Katie, any questions? Janine, anybody has any questions, just shout it out. Kind of try to show you some different things behind the scenes. It's always fun for us as we're a U.S. manufacturer. We are selling, like I said, blanks, and we sell paper now. So we actually have Colden Hove sheet stock paper for our blank customers, and that's the same brand of paper that we use. And we have that in 4 different sizes, I believe. 8.5 by 11, 8.5 by 14, 13 by 19, and 11 by 17. So far, I think the 11 by 17 has been the most popular. We still have some items on clearance, so check out our clearance section. And yeah, the hey Gizmo, the muskies we haven't sold, so that's just trying to press what we're going to do, white or grind. So I'm glad you were on here to see. So what do you prefer, the grind or the clear or the white? So that's something we'll have to decide. That's what usually what we do in the process is we will press an item, and then we will look at it as a team and then make the decision of what we're going to go with for the catalog or on the .coms. Appreciate your business. Thank you for joining us. I think that's pretty much all I had for today. if you get ever a chance up in Walker, stop in and check us out. And switching cameras here. But yeah, Arnold Volker here, Next Innovations. We appreciate your business. Buy American made whenever you can. And we will see you next time. We're trying to do these every couple weeks. Have a great day. Bye.